Welcome everyone to this new live stream on GPT and AI agents. We're going to be understanding how these are created. We're going to also have a practical example on how these are implemented, have a little bit of theory knowledge, and then some practical work on it. So let's go and dive into this prompt that I'm using OpenAI, and we're just going to understand some of the information behind how these work. And it's targeted for beginners who are just looking and interested in GPTs and AI agents. So um, this is a focus on using ways to actually understand, implement, and maybe monetize. And you have the OpenAI APIs, the Python. These are the prerequisites. Um, Replit or Google Colab or VS Code. So any of these would work. LangChain is for agent-style apps. Streamlit is for the UI. Notion or Google Sheets for storing content or data. And then we have Gumroad, Ko-fi, or Fiverr for monetization demonstrations. Now, the introduction part is like what to say. Now, uh, what GPT is, it's a large language model OpenAI uses in daily life, right? Um, and we're building this we're, three friendly GPT projects live and show how basically to monetize them. Then, we already know these are just overviews like what ChatGPT and GPT-4 is. It's not one of their variants, difference between ChatGPT versus OpenAI API. So this is just a UI, and this is some token that you can use and access the API key, and then you can use that to access the exact same information, but use it in a different way, a developer way, whereas this is just a normal user way. Real life applications of AI agents, support bots, summarizers, and then content creators. Now let's go with the setup process. It's just a quick walkthrough of how we create an OpenAI account, get an API key from the OpenAI website. So this is just go to the platform.openai.com/account/API keys. We've done this before, so there's an authentication that's required. We log in, and I'm gonna just provide in my information, and I'm also gonna give my password. After that, when we log in, we go to this exact same page where there's an API keys. As an owner of this project, you can view and manage all API keys in this project. Do not share your API key with others or expose it in the browser or other client-side code. So we're just going to create a new secret key. And over here in the name, you can just call it my testing key. Okay. And then the default project, and then just create this key. Okay. And now you can just copy this and make sure you're done. Now that we have created this and you can see the permissions are set all, we can go back here and install Python and packages. You can use Replit Colab for no local setup if you do not have Python and are you having an issue with it. So if I go to my command prompt, I would normally go to a projects folder. So I think I have that projects folder here somewhere. It's normally in my C drive, so I would go open up CMD. Here, I'm going to show you how to navigate. So if I go to the dir command, this tells you how many folders are here. And um, we want to go to the documents folder. So over here, what we're going to do is cd documents, and then we're going to do the dir again. Over here, we can see a lot of things are here, but we're looking for the projects folder. So just looking for, I think it's sometimes in another folder, but another way is just go here and physically find it. So just going to find, I think it's in the documents folder for some reason I have. And yeah, there you go, projects. And then over here, we're just gonna create a CMD here. So now we're in the projects folder. Just cross this one out. Okay, so now we want to make sure we have Python installed. You can do Python -- version. This tells you that you have Python 3.12.1. You You can also check if you have pip, which is the Python package manager, and then just check if that is installed as well with pip hyphen version. Tells you that you have pip installed as well. Now you want to install OpenAI, Streamlit, LangChain, and Python.env. So we'll just copy all of this and then just paste it here, and it should install this all for us. Some of the things will be a requirement already specified because we've already installed things before, but things that we haven't had, like Streamlit and other things, that will be installed for us. And then once it's done, it should like complete it. So uninstalling things that we don't need and successfully installing the things that we need. Um, and then I'll just put this on the side right here. Okay. So when it's done, it's going to tell us. Then we have to create a .env file with the API key for safety. Okay, so let's go here into this folder. We're going to have to create a folder here as well. So I'm just going to create a folder and I'm going to call it as uh, GPT's project. GPT's project. And then over here, what we can do is we can actually go here in the navigation part. It's still going on, so we can go here and we can create a environment file over here. I'm just hoping this is done. Um, so after that, we can just do code and dot, and this should open it up in VS Code. We'll just create an env file over here. Let's cross this out. Just create an env dot env. And over here, you can just paste in some of the things that you already have. Okay, so finally, this thing is done. Again, you can go either within the GPTs. So you go and then tab, and then you're in the same directory, which is good. We can exit this one out because we already have that one. So this should just cross or exit out, and then after that, we can just put in the API key that we already had. So it was this one. I'll just save it here, and then you can also specify it here as, okay, it's a lot. Then we'll just say API key, or yeah, API underscore, I don't know. I'll just say API, and then I think it's normally like this. You can do. Okay, and then dash key, and then is equal to, and then this is the thing. Okay, so now that we have all of that, we can go and go to the part 3, which is the blog post generator plus the way we can do it. This is a build tool where the user enters a topic, tone, and word count, and GPT writes a blog post. So let's go here and try to make this out for us. Let me see if we are in the same exact. Um, Also, just making sure that everything is being audi audible. I feel like the thing is audible. So what we can do here is, first of all, let's go to prompt engineering, simple Streamlit UI, copy to clipboard or download a TXT or MD, and then um, income strategy. Okay, so let's first of all, we need more information on this one. Okay, we'll just copy this one. Give me the entire steps from start to end for the following project. Okay, and then we're gonna do the later ones. So we already got this installed. Envy's there. We need a blog generator requirements.txt and this readme. Go to this thing, get the env and put in this. Okay, it just called it as this, and then we called it somewhere else. So we could just repeat. We can just change it to this. And underscores were better. Copy your key and save it in the env file in the root folder. Add env in your git ignore to avoid uploading your API key. So again, just go back here and just put this on the side here. What we can do is we can create a file which is going to be called blog underscore generator .py, and then we can create another file which is going to be called requirements.txt, and we can create another file which is going to be called readme.markdown, and we can create another file which is going to be called gitignore. So it's just called .gitignore. Okay, and then we can put it in the dot, get it ignore the .env file. Okay, and then we can put over here in the prompt strategy. So the strategy is pretty simple here. Um, we'll be giving a GPT a prompt like write a professional blog about post about how AI is transforming education in around 500 words. And what it will do, will dynamically build the prompt from user inputs. So, uh, the topic, the tone, and the word count. Okay, so this is the prompt strategy here. Um, so this is the topic, the tone, okay, and then the word count, which is this. I think you understand. Now the full Python plus Streamlit code for the blog generator would be simple. And let me just put it over here, and then I could teach you how it works. So what's happening here is we have the OpenAI and we have the Streamlit as ST. We have the OS operating system. We have the .env load.env load env, and then we have the load env function, and then that's how we load the API key here. Okay, and I believe one other thing to look and make sure is that the the what's it called, the APK is basically just no strings on it, so we're all good with it. But if in terms of the UI, this is the Streamlit, and it's page title. We have set page config, and in the parameters we give the title, the layout centered, and the title here is AI blog post generator. And then the user inputs, we have under a blog topic, and then okay, and then there's a placeholder. It kind of looks like HTML, but it's another way of Streamlit way. And then we have a select a tone, either which tone you want it to be written in, casual, funny, academic, friendly, and that's just a list of strings. And then we have the count of it, word count, and then it's just a slider, desired word count. Either 100, 1500, or 500. I don't know why it's like that, but it's kind of like that. And then I think we should change it, but later and then the function to generate a blog post is generate blog is a function, has a topic, tone, and the word count, and and then it has this format string, and it has all of this toned down lower. This is gonna make sure that the text is in lowercase. What's about, and then the topic in around, and then the word count, and then that should do it. Sometimes things aren't free. That's also a big problem. But then the response of this would be chat completion dot create, and then this is the thing, messages, role, user, and content prompt, and then the response would be this thing. Normally it's in the zeroth index. It's always like that, and then return the response here in this function. Button action, and then button generate blog post, and then within the with topic. So topic is if it's clicked, we have this spinner generating, and it's gonna have this text. We're gonna create this blog post, and then within the blog post, we'll have a success message. We'll write the blog and download button as text, so it should give the blog post. Otherwise, it's gonna say please enter a topic to continue. Run your app, and then within the terminal, what we can do is run, and then we have blog underscore generator. Let's see what happens here. If you'd like to receive helpful onboarding emails, news, offers, promotions, and the occasional swag, please enter your email address below. Otherwise, leave this. I'll just enter it because I like swag. So we're just gonna include this over here. The thing is opened up in a port, which is local URL, and then network URL, local host, port, whatever this is. Write a blog topic, and then let's see over here. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Here we have the options here. Oh, there is a slider. Oh, so there was a sense on this. This was 100. If I refresh this, it would go back to 500. So the thing that I was thinking, well, why is this? So basically, it's 100 to 1500, and 500 is where it's going to be on at the moment. Okay. Um, and then we have the generate blog post button over here. Looks really good. And then what we're going to do here is let's go back and see what's the next part. Hit run and okay, and use the built-in browser. Um, so I think that's it. Okay, now we're gonna deploy options, Streamlit Cloud free hosting, push your code to GitHub. So we're gonna do that later once we have to test this out, how it would work. So let me just see how is the okay. Let's go and test it out with this sample thing. Okay. Uh, and then we have this part. Okay. And then press enter to apply. Uh, and the terminal should open. No. So I just pressed enter. The professional word count is this. I think it didn't target anything until this error message came. Now, the issue here is you try to access this, but there's no longer support for this. Okay, so there's this issue. And then if we do this, okay, it just goes all the way over there. So, so there's a newer import. Okay, so we can just either copy this and just put it within the context window of what we were using. We're gonna later on deploy that, but see what happens. Okay, 1 minute. So let's see. No. Okay. Pay for any open AI tokens, API tokens. Okay. So let's see. Okay, we will use the ChatGPT web interface in the background by simulating browser interaction using a tool like GPT for free or show how to manually copy paste prompts inside ChatGPT and wrap it into your Streamlit app. But for the cleanest free method, here's how you can do it instead. Okay, so we're gonna have to go a little on the next part because the API tokens aren't for free. Free blog generator without using API will just have to simulate the ChatGPT prompt interface inside a Streamlit app. The app will prepare the prompt, and the user can manually paste it into the ChatGPT free version to get the result. So again, we'll revise the Streamlit code. Let's go back here and just paste that. What we're using is just another fancy way of generating it. It will just generate the thing. And then after that, once it's generated with this button, it would prompt us with the results. Okay, now you can use this free version. You fill out the topic, tone, and the word count. Click the button, and the app will shows the full prompt. Uh, Click the link to go to this. And then paste the prompt and get your blog post. Okay, so what it's actually using, I don't see anything, but I think it's using some kind of API endpoint. Let's see how it works out. So first of all, let's just see if it's working. So let's stop that project and then run again. Okay, and okay, it's a little different now. So okay, prompt generator. Click here and paste it. Okay, okay. So it's gonna go here, and it just gave this prompt or whatever this is. Um, so it's not giving me anything related to the response. It just gives me the prompt again. So let me go here. Returns this. Okay, so if we do this, it would allow us to do this. Or are we still in the same part? Okay, no, it's not this one. It's this one. The response gives me this. Built is a prompt builder since you're not using the. Okay, okay, I understand. So it's only gonna change based off of what input we give. So it's a prompt builder since you're not using the OpenAI paid API. So it's just gonna work like this. When we fill out the inputs and click build prompt for ChatGPT, the app constructs a high quality prompt like, write a professional blog post about how AI is transforming education in like 500 words. It would exactly uh, copy paste it into a free version. So like the UI. So it just created this. Um, like and then it just creates that prompt for us. We can change this up to, let's suppose, this much words, and we'll change the tone to academic. And now it would just change it to academic, and then it would say the words would be 1097. This is how this prompt builder thing works. It's a small project, what you can see. Now, for the deployment part, it will just show a little bit of deployment. It's not that huge, but if you want to deploy that, you can easily you can make the generated prompt richer by enhancing the prompt like all this stuff including. Okay? And use examples, break the content into three sections, and include a conclusion with a call to action for educators. Okay, so what you want to do now is you want to see how you can deploy this. So um, as you can put it in Streamlit Cloud, free hosting, push the code into GitHub. So let's see. Let's create a small repo here, and let's just sign in quickly. Go here and go here into this, and we'll call it as simple, and then we call it um, blog generator, or what's called prompt generator. Okay, and then we have it on public. Create the repository. After that, we can just make our commits here. I'm gonna turn this off. So you can just say initialize. Then you can add commit -m first commit, and then we can branch it to the main, and then we can remote, get remote, add origin, and then we can put in this uh, link, and then we can push this -u origin, and then main. So this should push all of the stuff into our repo. Refresh this page, should be over here. Again, oh man. Okay. Okay. At least the env is not in here, but you can see over here the information is there. Now you want to go to is Streamlight Cloud. So let's go here, open link. Now connect to GitHub and deploy your app in 2 clicks. So join Community Cloud, new app. Okay, accept all, free. Okay, there's options here. Deploy with Streamlit Community Cloud. Deploy with Snowflake for community apps for professionals. We'll just do it for community apps. We'll log in, continue to sign in. Just use our GitHub account, and we're gonna authorize. After that, we're just gonna verify this email. And once that has been done, it should be easy to deploy. So we're just gonna authorize Streamlit, and then just gonna put in this information. I'm gonna say, just gonna put all this information here. Sometimes it's on the top. Launching your workspace, and then create your first app now. Create app. Okay. Deploy a public app from GitHub. Okay. And then the repo is called, it's called, I just created one over here. Should be simple S, simple prompt generator. Main, uh, the main file path is the blog generator.py. That's the file here. And then add URL optional. Okay. Um, it's not going to work with this. Domain is available. And then deploy. Advanced settings, you get this whatever Python version or secrets you have. But in case it's not using any, it's just going to deploy it. And the app is in the oven. So once it's done, it should be deployed. Okay. And you can see after some time, you can create a gig on Fiverr. I will write high quality blog posts using AI in your niche, and then you have tech, education, finance, fitness, parenting. Then sell pre-written articles. Use this tool to generate 50 plus articles in different niches. Um, and then you can sell them on Gumroad or Kofi. Offer SEO ready blog bundles. Okay. And then there you go. This is the app. You can use it. It's live. Um, uh, how um, climate is changing. Okay. And then put this as this academic 880. Okay. And there you go. And you just copy this here, bring it here, paste it here, and that's how your application should work. Pretty simple, pretty straight to the point. Nothing so hard. You can also like sell these on Gumroad or Kofi, pre-written articles, or you can offer SEO ready blog bundles. And then we have launch a niche blog. So use generated content to start your own WordPress or Ghost blog, and then monetize with ads like Google AdSense or affiliate links. What you use for clients like offer content automation services to agencies or solo business owners. Save time and scale operations. Now, optional extras, add markdown format support, wrap output in triple backticks, add image generation using Dolly. You can save posts to Notion or Google Sheets. And then the final tips is keep prompts simple and clear. Use GPT 3.5 for cheaper costs if on budget. So if you need to pay for this kind of service, and collect testimonials if offering as a service, and recap of what we built. We built a Streamlit app that takes a topic, tone, and word count, generates a full-length blog post using ChatGPT 4, right? And then after that provides downloadable content. Uh, I didn't have that button here, but you can always say to them, say to this, write this as a downloadable content, and just share it anywhere. And then once you can do after that is it can be deployed and monetized immediately. So this is the link to this app. Let me go back here. I'll put in the link over here in the chat. So let me see over here. Where is the link? Okay. I'll put in the link over here. Should be within the video. Of course, this stream wasn't that long as compared to the others, but we got some progress done. So I should be going here. I'll just go within the page of the video and just put it underneath here. Okay, I think the chat page isn't available, but I'll put it over here in the live link. So over here, live app. Okay, and then the GitHub repo is this one. Should be this one. Put that in over here as well. Okay, we're done with all of that. And I think pretty much that's it. So we'll see each other in the next one.